All right, welcome here to Wisconsin Rapids out here for the 10:30 tilt here between the Stevens Point Sixers here this morning and the Onalaska Post 336 here. First game of the morning here over in Wisconsin Rapids. Senior Legion over at the new complex, and had a chance to be out here last night for a couple of games here. Stevens Point Sixers last night defeating Marshfield, score of 6-3. Josh Opiola, the winning pitcher in that contest last night. Stevens Point off to a 3-0 start here. This is game number 4. They opened up the season on Tuesday night at home over at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point out at Leo Cub Manchesky Field against Maryland. Then they had a game Wednesday against Marshfield. Won that game Wednesday night and last night as well here against Marshfield. So they will have their 4th game here. They'll play back-to-back games here today. 10:30 tilt here with Onalaska, followed by a second game with Eau Claire shortly after the conclusion of this first game here. Bailey here on production, Brandon Baroncott on the call here today with Zaleski Sports. We'll have baseball here shortly. We'll go through the starting lineups here for both squads here this morning. Again, just looks to be a beautiful day, a great complex out here. Very gracious hosts here in Wisconsin Rapids. Just a remarkable press box area, and just everything is top-notch in my opinion here. Coaches had their pregame meeting. The umpires had their pregame show here. Auto Select, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East, Stevens Point, and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. Here again, our Auto Select pregame show here. Stevens Point overall record here, 3-0. Of course, Onalaska had the game last night with Eau Claire, and ultimately came out on the other side of that. Did not come out of there with a win, although they were at one point down 8-0 and were able to claw back to get the score to 8-7. Eau Claire ultimately a little bit too much to handle then as the later innings progressed, and so Eau Claire got the 14-7 victory last night here in the later game. But we're ready to start baseball here today again with our Auto Select pregame show. Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So Onalaska here. Xavier Lawrence will lead things off. Griffin Schultz hitting second. Caden Kokeisel hitting third. Caden Pierzina hitting fourth. Carson Zinneker in the 5 spot. Seth Kowalski in the 6 spot. Owen Trainer hitting 7th tonight. Ian Cole in the 8th spot. And rounding things out offensively for Onalaska will be Landon Hubert. Out on the hill this morning will be Peyton Flees. And we'll go through the Sixers defense here momentarily. We are underway here. So Peyton Flees, the Pacelli product here, just finished off his senior year. Bunt placed here. And 5-3 will retire Xavier Lawrence here for out number 1. Griffin Schultz, the center fielder here, hitting second here today. Defensively, Noah Marshke over at first. Josh Opiola at second. Caden Adam over at third. Jacob Garth at short. Matthew Ostrowski here doing the catching. Zach Richter out in right. Kyle Madlena in left. And Braden Marshke out in center. And a called strike here now to Griffin Schultz. 1 out here, top half inning number 1. 0-1 offering here from Fleas, misses down and low here now, so 1-1 here to Schultz. Fleas skips that one down low here. 2-1 count. One out here. Caden Adam had that play over at third to retire Lawrence here for out number 1. 2-1 offering here from Fleas. Going to be lifted. We'll see if... And the play will be made. A good play there. Coming over, hustling hard was Zach Richter. So Zach makes the second out here. The F9 to retire Griffin Schultz here for out number 2. And Caden Kokeisel here. Caden had a 3-hit night last night here against Eau Claire. Flees from the stretch. The pitch misses high and in, so 1-0 now here to Caden. All misses high now, so 2-0 count here to Caden. Caden Pirazina over in the on-deck area here for Onalaska. Swung on and missed, so count goes now to 2-1 here to Kokeisel. Ball going to be hit out of play. That will get foul here now, so 2-2 now to Caden Kokeisel. 2 outs here, nobody on. Top half inning number 1 here. He's working out of the stretch. 2-2 offering, lifted out to Richter. Richter calling for it, and that will retire Caden Kokeisel here. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. We are through the top half of inning number 1 here. Stevens Point coming up. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here over in Wisconsin Rapids today on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point and Plover. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Back here. All right, back out here. Bottom half inning number 1 here coming up here. Felt's Dairy, the culture of Wisconsin, is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Felt's Dairy store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. That's Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. One of our many game day sponsors here today. So Peyton Fleas works a 1-2-3 first inning here. Left-handed Owen Trainer out on the hill here to start things off for Onalaska. Jacob Garth will lead things off here for the Sixers. Jacob, the shortstop here this morning, hitting in the leadoff spot. Left-hander Trainer set, and his pitch misses high now, so 1-0. Trainer's 1-0 offering here to Garth misses down low here now, so 2-0. Both teams playing a couple games here today. Swung on and missed. As we mentioned, Stevens Point will play back-to-back here with a 10:30 and then approximately 1 o'clock following this game. That'll be on a separate stream with Zaleski Sports than the one you're currently on. Only called strike now, so count goes even 2-2 here now to Jacob Garth. Garth had a couple of base hits last night against Marshfield. Ball hit on the ground. That'll be over to second. Garth with a lot of speed, and they will just get the speedy Jacob Garth. So that is Landon Hubert over there. So the 4-3 now retires Garth for out number 1. And pitcher Peyton Flees again. Peyton, the Picelli product here. Jacob Garth, Spash product. A lot of good mix of players here. Called strike here to Fleece. 0-1 now here. Bobby Opiola, of course, the manager, head coach. Assisted by Brian Klisch over at first. All misses high now, so 1-1. I believe Brendan Klisch, part of the coaching staff here for the Sixers here. Of course, the junior Sixers, I believe, have a home tournament over at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. Seniors here today. So 1-2 now to Fleas. And Trainers 1-2 offering misses outside and low. So 2-2 count now. So Peyton has worked the count full now here. Again, Peyton getting the nod here on the hill for this first of 2 games here for the Sixers here. Full count offering, hit out of play, foul. Count will remain full now here. Trainers 3-2 offering on the way. And that will be gloved over there for out number 2. The line out to third there. And that's Caden Pierzina showing a little bit of that athleticism there to make the second out here. And Noah Marschke hitting here in the third spot with 2 outs. Trainers offering hit on the ground. That'll be a base hit for Noah Marschke. So Marschke aboard now for base hit. Noah, who we've seen predominantly over at first, although I think we saw about an inning or so out of him Wednesday night in relief out on the hill. Of course, Noah, the standout Spash product pitcher, Noah Marschke. Called strike here now to Caden Adam. We saw Caden Adam on the hill back on Wednesday night, I believe. Caden came out of there with a victory over Marshfield. Throw down to 1. They're going to go to 2. And meanwhile, Noah Marschke is going to swipe second base. So now Marschke represents the first runner in scoring position here this morning. Trainers offering misses away now, so 1-1 count now to Adam, Caden Adam here. Marschke with an intermediate type lead over there, and Trainer's pitch misses outside now, 2-1. Bottom half inning number 1, 2 outs here. 2-1 offering on the way Count will go now to 3-1 hitters count to Caden Adam. Caden had a couple of hits last night in Stevens Point's game against Marshfield, and a called strike. Well, I'm going to say check. Okay. Yep. Count full now here to Caden Adam. Marshke off on the pitch. He'll be down for a stolen base, and Caden Adam will be aboard for a base on ball here. Runners now at the corner for Josh Opiola. Josh pitched last night, pitched a very good game. Of course, Josh, the Bryant and Stratton product here, just finished off his freshman year of college baseball, did Josh. Pitched a pretty good game last night as well. Got the win and complete game performance there for Josh. So Caden Adam will swipe second base. Couple runners now in scoring position for Josh here tonight. Josh, or this morning I should say. I keep wanting to say tonight, but we're far from tonight. Just the morning here. Not an hour and 20 to go in the morning yet. So called strike here to Opiola. 1-1 count now. Base hit with a couple outs here very well could yield a couple runs here depending on where that would be. So called strike 2 now to Opiola. Marshke over at third, Adam over at second. Trainer's 1-2 offering here misses high now, so 2-2. Trainer set the pitch, swung on and missed, and that will be strike 3 and out number 3 here. Sixers do get a base hit. No runs, no errors, 1 here in the books. We move to inning number 2, score 0-0. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, back out here. Fleas out on the hill. This is Caden Pierzina here. Looks at ball 1 from Fleas. Ball hit sharply over to third. That's Adam over there with a good play and out number 1. So 5-3, out number 1, retiring Pierzina here. Carson Zinneker, the left fielder today. This morning hitting in the number 5 spot. Peyton Fleas back out for his second inning of work here this morning. Seth Kowalski over in the on-deck area here, and a ball here to Zinneker. That ball hit over to Marshke. He'll not be able to get there in time, so Marshke fields that. Fleas covering, but just not able to get there quite in time. Zinneker will be aboard.
Now batting the catcher, number 2, Seth
And I think they're going to score that a hit. So Zinniker over at first now. Seth Kowalski doing the catching here today this morning. Zinniker down, throw down to second, not going to be in time, and Zinniker will be in with a stolen base. One out with an 0-1 count here now to Kowalski. Fleas checking on his signs here, working with his catcher here this morning in Matthew Ostrowski. Ball inside now, 1-1. Flea's breaking ball misses a bit high now, so 2-1 here to Kowalski. With Zinniker out at second. Fleas now misses down though, so 3-1 hitters count here to Kowalski with Owen Trainer over in the on-deck area here for Onalaska. Fleas 3-1 offering coming up here. That's chopped. That will stay fair. It's going to be a tough play. And Kowalski will be aboard. And meanwhile, Zinniker finds himself over at third now. Owen Trainer, starting pitcher here today, hitting in the number 7 slot here. Runners at the corner, no one out here. And Kowalski down with a stolen base, so he'll swipe second, and a couple runners now in scoring position here for Onalaska. That ball lifted. Marschke calling for it, and he will retire Trainer for out number 2 here. I think we might get a brief time here. SC Swiderski, an SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. Looks like Joseph Walters to pinch run here. Out at second for the catcher Seth Kowalski. And Ian Cole here. Ian over at first here to start things off for Onalaska. Ian Cole. Runners at second, third, 2 outs now. 0-1 offering from Fleece. So 1-1 now to Cole. Fleas will step up momentarily here. Fleas 1-1 offering misses down though. 2-1 now here. And a swing and a miss. Count now goes 2-2 here to Ian Cole. Landon Hubert over in the on-deck area should Cole reach here. And a called third strike, and that is the first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout this morning for Peyton Fleas. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Bottom half inning 2 coming up here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hand-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce.
Toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, we are back here. Does your roof need attention? Well, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. If you have recent hail damage to your home or business, Seamless Commercial Roofing is your hail damage expert, and their workmanship is always guaranteed. Call them today for a free estimate. That's Seamless Commercial Roofing. Call 715-204-8103. So Zach Richter to lead things off bottom half inning number 2 here. Owen Trainer out for his second inning of work here for Onalaska. Zach a couple plays out in right field here defensively for the Sixers. His first plate appearance. All misses down though. And Trainer going up for high heat. So 1-1 now. Richter the swing and miss. 1-1 count here from Trainer. All misses down low now. So count goes to 2-1. Called strike 2 now, so count even here at 2-2. Kyle Madlina over in the on-deck circle here for the Sixers. Ball misses down low, so full count now to Richter. Three-two offering swung on and missed for out number 1 here. Second strikeouter for Owen Trainer here this morning. Left fielder Kyle Madlina. And a called strike here to Kyle, so 0-1 now here. The 0-1 offering here to Madlina. He'll foul that one, catch a piece of the bat there. So count now goes to 0-2 here now to Kyle Madlina. Madlina grounds out to second, and that will be the second out here. Way of the 4-3. And that will bring up Matthew Ostrowski here. Matthew, the Rosholt product, doing the catching here this morning for the Sixers. Swing and miss here. The off-speed pitch from Trainer here now, so 0-1. And he called strike 2. So 0-2 now quickly to Ostrowski. And Matthew lifts that into base hit for Ostrowski here. So Matthew aboard now with Braden Marshke coming up here. Braden, first plate appearance here, the center fielder this morning. And we'll have a pinch runner today here with, I believe that is Dayton Kobach doing the pinch running there for the Sixers. Ball hit on the ground to short. Only play will be to one, and he will be in time, and Kobach will be over to third, and they're going to send him home on the errant throw, so Kobach will score. And he was loving every moment of that. And Marshke will be aboard with what I think may be an E6 perhaps. At the first run of the game here for Stevens Point. Dayton Kobach scoring that one. So back to the top of the order here. Jacob Garth 0 for 1, grounded to second. His first at bat here last inning. So Marshke out at second. And Garth with a 2-0 count now here. And a called strike to Jacob Garth, 2-1 here. That pitch fouled back into the netting here. Still find myself flinching from time to time on those. I don't know why, but so 2-2 count here. Pitch down and out here now, so full count to Garth. Peyton Fleas would be the on-deck hitter should Garth find himself aboard here. And that ball's going to be batted foul here, so count will remain full here to Jacob Garth. And Marshke going down to third. He'll slide in there, and he will be caught stealing over there for what will be the third out here. Sixers do get a run on a hit. And we are through 2 innings now here in the books. We will go to commercial break. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
All right, back out here, inning number 3. One of our many game day sponsors, Rocky Rococo's. Rocky Rococo's pan-style pizza and pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's and Stevens Point. So Peyton Flea is out for his third inning here of work. And he will face Landon Hubert. So Landon Hubert 0-1 now here from Fleas. Hubert first plate appearance here, the second baseman here to start things off. Called strikes 0-2 quickly now to Hubert. Top half inning number 3 again. Onalaska, the visiting team here in this game. Point, the home team. And a swing and a miss, 4-out-1, and that is another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So a couple of Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts for Peyton Fleas this morning. Top of the order here in Xavier Lawrence. So for 1 here today, grounded to third, back over in inning 1. And he looks at strike 1 here. Fleas from the stretch. The pitch, off-speed pitch, misses outside. So 1-1 now here. So 2-1 now here to Lawrence. And Fleas misses a bit low and away here, so a hitter's count 3-1 here to Xavier. And Xavier Lawrence will be aboard with the base on ball here.
Now batting the center fielder, number 27,
Griffin Schultz, the center fielder, his second plate appearance, 0-1 here today. He flew out to Zach Richter out and right back in inning 1 here. And that pitch gets away. That'll skip away in the dirt and I guess technically the turf, we'll say. Although it looks like, looks like baseball dirt, but turf nonetheless. So 1-0 here to Schultz with Lawrence down to second. Called strike here, so count now goes to 1-1. And bunt. Fleas will field it, and he'll go to 1 for the second out. 1-3. But that will move Xavier Lawrence over to third. The sack bunt representing out number 2 with Lawrence over at third now. And Caden Kokeisel 0-1 here today. He flew out to right field. Out to Zach Richter in inning 1 here today. Fleas working with 2 outs. Ball swung on, hit out of play. So 0-1 the count now here to Caden Kokeisel. And Fleas, this is down and outside now, so 1-1. Fleas set here with a 1-1 offering. Hit over to second. That's Josh Opiola to gobble it up for out number 3, the 4-3 to retire Caden Kokeisel. No runs, no hits, no errors. We will move to bottom half inning number 3 coming up here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Up Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, back out here. The bottom half, inning 3 coming up here. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Also brought to you today in part by Express Employment Professionals. The Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So Peyton Flees here 0 for 1 here. Flew over to third back in his last plate appearance. And a called strike, so 0-2 now here to Peyton. Trainer set with the 0-2 offering, and a swing and a miss. Flees down on strikes for out number 1. And Noah Marschke 1 for 1 here this morning. Had a base hit back in inning number 1 here, did Noah. Also had a couple of base swipes in that sequence as well. Trainer set 0-1. A pretty nice bunt if it stays. And a beautiful textbook bunt. That did everything that the bunting gods will say would say. So nice bunt. That will be the second hit. Stayed right on the line. Textbook by Noah Marschke. So Marschke now with 2 hits. And Caden Adam, who walked and stole a base last inning number 1. Marschke going to advance to second on the overthrow to first. He's thinking about 3. And he will be in standing up on the overthrow there. So Marschke over at third now. With Caden Adam had a walk and stolen base. Back over in inning number 1. Trainer working here with 1 out from the stretch. The pitch misses high. So 2-0 now here to Adam. Josh Opiola would be the on-deck hitter over there. Ball misses high, so hitter, beg your pardon, 3-0 count now. So 3-0 offering and a 4-pitch walk here. So Adam aboard with his second base on ball here this morning. Runners at the corner now, 1 out with Josh Opiola coming up here 0 for 1 here this morning. And a bunt place. Nice bunt by Opiola. That'll get a run across, and it will also get Adam over to second. So the sack bunt.
Now batting the right fielder, number 42, Zach Richter.
And Zach Richter here. He's 0 for 1 this morning. Looks at strike one. Adam out at second. Runner in scoring position. Pitch misses down low now. So 1-1 to Richter. With Kyle Madlena over in the on-deck circle should Richter reach here. Pitch misses high and out now, so 2-1 to Richter. And a swing and a miss, so Richter now with a 2-2 count. And count goes now to full. Stevens Point up 2-0 here, bottom half inning 3. The ball lifted, that's going to be caught for the third out. We are through 3 here in the books. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here. Stevens Point up 2-0. We head to the 4th. Listening to watching Legion Ball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, back out here for inning number 4 here. Peyton Flees back out on the hill for the Sixers. His 4th inning of work here. Surrendered just the 2 hits thus far through 3+ innings here. And Caden Pirzina now. Caden 0 for 1 here, grounded to third. His first at-bat back over in inning number 2. And a 1-0 count now here to Caden. So 2-0 here to Caden Pirzina. And Flees working the corner now for a called strike. So 2-1 here to Caden. Caden Pirzina. Flees going to the fastball now. Count goes to 2-2 here. Two offering misses high and tight now, so count moves to full here. And that ball hit pretty well out to Zach Richter out in right. Zach getting a few baseballs hit out to him, so that is out number 1 here. Pirzina retired. F9 here for out number 1. Carson Zinniker 1 for 1 here with a single back in inning 2 and a stolen base. Carson playing out in left field for this game here this morning. Fleas misses down and out. So 1-0 now here to Zinneker. Ball 2 now here to Carson. Seth Kowalski, the on-deck hitter over there for Onalaska. Fleas set here and a called strike. A 2-1 count now here to Zinneker. And a swing and a miss. Count now moves to full. So 2-2 count here. Fleas working with 1 out here. Top half inning number 4. Ball hit out to center, but that will be right at Braden Marshke out in center for out number 2. And Seth Kowalski, the catcher here, is 1 for 1 here today with a stolen base. Had a single back in inning number 2. So Fleas working with 2 outs here. Nobody on base. First pitch called strike. Fleas 0-1 offering, breaking ball. Misses in, so 1-1 now. And a called strike too, so quickly now 1-2 here to Kowalski. That ball hit over to short. Garth coming over on it, and the 6-3 put out to retire Seth Kowalski. A 3-up, 3-down inning here. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the bottom half, inning number 4. Stevens Point out front 2-0. Bottom 4 coming up here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, back out here for bottom half inning number 4. Shuta Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shuta Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover, also brought to you today in part by the Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Also brought to you today in part by Staub Construction. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. So the bottom half, inning number 4 coming up here. Kyle Madlena will lead things off here for the Sixers. Kyle grounded over to second back in inning number 2. So Kyle 0 for 1 here today. I understand he may have just returned recently from Cabo. Got his. That's going to be hit down the line, and that will be out of play foul. So count will go to 0-1 now here. So yeah, Kyle just getting back from Cabo San Lucas just not all that long ago, according to his dad Troy here. So 0-1 here to Kyle. One now here to Kyle. That ball hit out of play foul. So Owen Trainer out for his 4th inning of work here. Both pitchers have pitched pretty well here thus far. Still certainly a lot of baseball left here to be played, but it's been a pretty clean baseball game on both sides, I would say. Five hits between the two teams here thus far. And Kyle fouling that one off now, so count remains here 2-2. Trainer's 2-2 offering, misses down low, so full count coming up here to Kyle. Three-two offering on the way. That's going to be hit, and that will be fielded cleanly there on foul territory by Seth Kowalski for out number 1. For out number 1, so Matthew Ostrowski now 1 for 1 here today with a single and a run scored back over in inning number 2. Trainer's pitch misses outside, so 1-0 now here to
Matthew Ostrowski.
and a called strike here to Matt Ostrowski. That ball hit. We'll see if Kowalski will camp out under it for out number 2. So man, 2 outs now here. Couple of putouts by Seth Kowalski, the catcher there, and Braden Marshke reached on the E6 back over in inning 2. Braden hits that one foul. So Trainer's 0-1 offering, chopped over to second, and he will be retired. That's Landon Hubert over to Ian Cole for out number 3, the 4-3. So a 3-up, 3-down inning here. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the 5th inning here. Stevens Point out front 2-0. You're listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in. If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
All right, back out here for inning number 5 here. Owen Trainer here to lead things off. 0-0 for 1 here today. He fouls that one out of play here. Owen flew out to first. Back in his first at-bat over in inning number 2 here today, did Owen. Grounds it over to Marschke at first. Marschke will flip it over to Fleas. And that will be out number 1. And Ian Cole now, the first baseman, coming up 0 for 1 here this morning. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. So a called strike 1 here to Ian Cole. Fleas going with a breaking ball and a strike 2, swing and a miss. So 0-2 now quickly to Ian Cole here. Fleas on for his 5th inning of work here. And a swing and a miss for out number 2, and that's another ServPro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Peyton Fleas. Called Jamie Wenzel at ServPro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So 2 outs now here for Landon Hubert. Landon 0 for 1 here today. Fleas 2 outs, working from the stretch, the pitch, and that ball misses a bit down. So 1-0 now here to Hubert, I beg your pardon. And that ball hit pretty well. That'll be a base hit for Landon Hubert. So Landon aboard now with 2 outs. And the top of the order coming up here with Xavier Lawrence. Xavier is 0 for 1 here. Grounded to third back in inning 1. Walked in inning 3 and stole a base. His 3rd plate appearance here today. Showing bunt and a called strike. Snap throw down to 1. Not going to be in time, but a pretty good throw nevertheless. Keeping a close eye on Hubert over at first. So the 0-1 offering here to Lawrence here. Now goes to 0-2 here. Fleas with 64 pitches according to the pitch count tracker here. And a 1-2 count now here to Xavier Lawrence, 2 outs. That ball hit out to left. That should be playable for Kyle Madlena, and it is, and that is out number 3. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning 5 here. Stevens Point out front 2-0. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at madeacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, back out here for the bottom half of inning 5 coming up here. Little Scholars Childcare and Little Scholars Beginnings are two beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point offering early childhood learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So Garth lifts that one. We'll see if that gets out of play, and that will stay in play. So Garth flies out for out number 1. That's fly out over to first. That's Ian Cole over there to retire Garth. Peyton Flees now. Peyton 0 for 2 here this morning. And Flees hits that one back into the netting now. So 1-1 our count. One out here with Noah Marschke over in the on-deck circle for Stevens Point. Trainer set. The 1-1 offering misses outside now, so 2-1. Peyton has pitched very well here through 5 innings, surrendering just 3 hits thus far. Have to believe he'll be back out for his 6th inning of work. A hitter's count, 3-1 now to Flees. Peyton with the 66 pitches here through 5. So Flees will be aboard with a base on ball now. So runner out now on first, and Flees with Noah Marschke coming up here. And Noah has a couple of hits today and scored a run back in inning 3. Of course, his last at bat, he had that textbook bunt down the third base line that stayed fair by just centimeters. And he will have his 3rd hit here this morning. First pitch, line drive out in the right for Noah Marschke. So Marschke with a 3-hit morning here today. And that brings up Caden Adam here. Caden, couple of walks here this morning. His 3rd plate appearance. And the double steal on. Flees down to 3rd, and Marschke out to 2nd. And that ball hit pretty well. That's going to, should have enough distance to tag the run, and it will. So Flees will come across and score. So a sac fly for Caden Adam. That moves Marschke over to 3rd, and Josh Opiola coming up here. Josh had the sac bunt back over in inning 3. And a called strike here now to Josh, so 1-1. Josh swings and misses at strike number 2, so a 1-2 count now to Josh, with Noah Marshke just 90 feet away over at third. Ball high, so 2-2 now. Opiola staying alive here, following that one back, so count remains 2-2 now. And Opiola swings through and misses for strike number 3. And the third out here. Sixers do get a hit and a run. Score now 3-0, Stevens Point. We're through 5 complete. We move to the top half, inning number 6 here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hand-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, back out here, inning number 6 here, one of our many game day sponsors, Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selection of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop in store at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. So Peyton Fleas out for his 6th inning of work here for the Sixers. Griffin Schultz to lead things off. Griffin 0 for 2 here this morning. Did have a sack bunt over in inning 3. So 0-1 offering here to Griffin Schultz. Griffin out in center here this morning for this ball game. Saw him out on the hill a little bit last night. So Fleas misses high. So the 1-1 coming up here from Fleas to Schultz. Pitch misses inside, 2-1 now. That ball hit out to Richter and right. Richter there to make the play for out number 1. And that will retire Griffin Schultz. And Caden Kokeisel coming up here. He is 0 for 2 here, grounded out to second. And flew out to Zach Richter and right today thus far. So Fleas right at that 70 mark on pitch count here. And certainly when you play format where you play a number of games in a 2 to 3 day stretch, certainly like to have those innings eaters, we'll call them. Peyton Flea is doing just that. So that ball hit out to Richter out in right for out number 2. Zach getting a pretty good workout out there in right field today. He will retire Kokeisel for out number 2. And Caden Pierzina 0 for 2 here. He flew out to right his last at bat back in inning 4. And Pierzina slaps that one foul, 0-1 now. The 0-1 pitch coming up here. That'll be a base hit for Pierzina. So he'll be aboard with 2 outs here. Wood Street Rentals, no matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done, offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site. Look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. So Carson Zinneker 1 for 2 here. He had a base hit back in inning number 2 along with a stolen base. And a called strike here to Zinneker. 0-1 now here to Carson. Pierzina aboard after that solid base hit. Breaking ball misses, and that'll get past Kobach, who's in there now. And Pierzina will be down to second. 1-1 count. Flea's working with 2 outs here. Top half of the 6th inning here. Flea's 2-2 pitch. Skips away down low, and Pierzina is going to wind up at third now. A 2-1 count. Flea's working with 2 outs, trying to work his way out of this 6th inning here. And that ball hit down the third base line, foul, so count goes even now, 2-2 to Zinneker. So 2-2 with 2 outs here. Onalaska with what could be their potential first run just 90 feet away. Peyton Flea's looking to ensure that doesn't happen, and he will get the 6-3 induced to retire Carson Zinneker here now. And that will be 3 outs here. We will move to the bottom half of inning number 6. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We move to bottom of 6 here coming up, Stevens Point. Stevens Point out front 3-0. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
All right, back out here, bottom 6 coming up here. Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. Also want to give thanks to our game day sponsors today, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. So Zach Richter will lead things off here in the bottom half, inning number 6 here. Owen Trainer out for his 6th inning of work here for Onalaska. Zach is 0 for 2 here at the plate, but has had probably half dozen balls hit out to him in right and made the play on every single one of them. So he's been a busy right fielder here today for the Sixers in this first game of 2. So count now goes 1-2 to Zach. Stevens Point out front, 3-0 here, in what's been a pretty good defensive and pitching matchup here between these two teams. Richter will fly out to center field for out number 1. That's Griffin Schultz coming over to make the play there. So 1 out now for Dayton Kobach, who will be pinch hitting here today in the number 7 spot. So 1-0 count now here to Dayton. And Dayton looks at ball 2 now. And 3-0 count from Trainer to Kobach. Saw Dayton come on and catch here last half inning. And he looks at strike 1. So he here's count 3-1 now to Kobach. And Kobach will reach by way of a base on ball now. And that is Coy Carlunas here.
Now batting the center fielder, number 13, Coy Carlunas.
Coy Carlunas pinch hitting here in the number 8 spot. Previously had been Matthew Ostrowski, so he looks at strike 1 now here. That ball hit over to third. They're going to go to 2 with it. They'll get the force at 2, and Carlunas will beat it out over at 1. So Carlunas aboard with the 6'4" fielder's choice. And Braden Marschke here. Braden grounded out to second his last at-bat back in over inning 4. Carlunas will reach second on the wild pitch. So Carlunas now a runner in scoring position here for the Sixers. Called strike. 1-1 now to Braden. Braden 0 for 2 here today. Ball hit out to center, but that will be right at the center fielder, and that will be out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 6 innings in the books. Last call coming up here for Onalaska. Stevens Point out front 3-0. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. 7th inning coming up. Back in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
All right, back here for the 7th inning. One of our many game day sponsors, Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So Seth Kowalski will lead things off here in the 7th inning for Onalaska. Last call here, as they say, and he looks at strike one from Peyton Flees, who's back out for his 7th inning of work. Peyton has thrown 80 pitches here thus far. Looking to try to close things out here, and called strike two now here to Kowalski. Peyton has pitched a really good game here today, and strike three for out number one, and that's another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Peyton Flees. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. So one out now here for Owen Trainer. Owen is 0 for 2 here today. Grounded over to first. Back in his last at bat over in inning 5. Ball misses high now to Trainer. 1-0 the count. Flees misses outside, so 2-0 goes the count. So Peyton now with a 3-0 count here with Owen Trainer. And that looks to be Pierce Summerfield over in the on-deck area for Onalaska. Called strike one now to Trainer, so a hitter's count. 3-1 to Owen Trainer, 1 out here, top half inning number 7. Flees working out of the stretch, the pitch. That's going to be fouled down the first base line there, so count goes to full. Three-two offering from Flees coming up. And Trainer will be aboard with a walk. And this will be Pierce Summerfield who will be pinch hitting here.
Now batting number 17, Pierce Summerfield.
Called strike here to Pierce. So Flees 0-1 pitch here coming up. Swung on and missed. May have gotten just a small piece of that baseball. Regardless, it is 0-2 count now here. Pierce grounds that one into the backstop here. So count remains 0-2 now to Pierce. Breaking ball just missed outside, so 1-2 now here to Pierce. Lees misses out now, so 2-2 count goes to Pierce. That ball hit over to second. Maybe a chance for two, we'll see. They get the force at second. So the fielder's choice, 4-6 there.
Second baseman, number 4, Landon Hubert.
Landon Hubert, 1 for 2 here today, had a single back in inning 5. With Pierce Summerfield aboard with 2 outs now here. Flees from the stretch. That ball hit out of play, foul. So an 0-1 count now here. Flees looking to try to finish this one off here, in line for what I'm sure is, closing in on that 100 pitch mark, but still handful of pitches to work with here. So a 0-1 count now to Hubert. Called strike 2. 0-2 now here to Landon. That ball misses in now, so a 1-2 count to Landon Hubert. And Flees misses down low, so the count goes to 2-2 here, 2 outs. With Pierce Summerfield over at first. Ball hit over to Garth at short. He will go to 1, and that will be a final here. A 6-3 put out to retire Hubert. No runs, no hits, no errors. And that is a final here in the first game here of 2 for Stevens Point. The Sixers with a 3-0 win here this morning. Peyton Flees the winning pitcher. Stevens Point will turn around and play again in probably, I don't know if it'll be quite an hour yet or not, but we'll have that as well here on Zaleski Sports. That'll be on a separate stream. We'll come back here momentarily, just run down a few things. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy postgame. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your fresh cheese curds in Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. So we'll take a few minute commercial pause. We'll come back here. We'll wrap things up here. And you have been listening to and watching Legion Baseball here. Stevens Point with a 3-0 victory over Onalaska. Back here in a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, back here with our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Of course, Stevens Point will play shortly hereafter here, so we will do just a brief rundown here of final scoring and stats here for the Sixers. Again, they come out of here with a 3-0 victory today. Peyton Flees gets the win. He goes the complete game here today, pitching 7 innings, giving up 4 hits. Just the 1 walk here, the 4 strikeouts, the 4 Serb-Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts. So Peyton certainly pitched a very solid game here this morning. They will play again. We'll have that game here on Zaleski Sports as well. That'll be on a different stream, however. We'll run down some of the stats here offensively for the Sixers here today. Noah Marschke had 3 hits this morning, a run scored. And Matthew Ostrowski had a hit and a run scored. So 4 hits apiece for both teams. Stevens Point with the 3 runs. That was the difference certainly in this game. Both pitchers pitched very well, I would say. This was a quick-moving game. We were done in just under 90 minutes here. So Stevens Point wins the first game of 2 here today for them. They will be back here on the same exact field. They will be facing Eau Claire next. We'll have that on the Zaleski Sports here. That will be a different stream, but still back on Zaleski Sports. Again, a final here today out in Rapids. Stevens Point Sixers 3, Onalaska 0. Onalaska will be back in action later this afternoon. And Stevens Point and Eau Claire coming up. That first pitch scheduled for 1 o'clock. Don't know if they'll move ahead or behind, but for planning purposes anyways, it's a 1 o'clock start time. And we'll sign off here today. We'll be back in the next game here on Zaleski Sports, different stream. You have been listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We will see you back here for game number 2. Between Eau Claire and Stevens Point. Back here later. Have a good day.